Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're live again
Nah.
on yet another Friday night here on Grown Man
Is
Record
that
Night.
Farrah Fawcett?
It's somebody.
I think that's Farrah Fawcett.
It's somebody
I had
or
a
other.
crush on her in 1978.
78.
I think so.
I was one.
I had a crush. I
ain't saying I didn't have crushes
I
on
had
people.
the poster. There's a poster of her in her one-piece bikini. I had the poster.
The post.
The poster.
Yeah.
It's where supermodels really kicked off right
Is
there.
that brown bikini?
It's a reddish orange bikini.
Rust
color,
Yeah.
exactly.
Not unlike Torrent.
Yes, sir.
Rust
Yes,
colored
sir.
Torrent. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us here on Grown Man Record Night.
My goodness. That's what grown men do.
Where we're having a big old time this evening. We're having a big old time. We got some folks over here in the studio. We're having some fellowship. We're hanging out
That's what
and
they
doing
call
big
it.
things.
That's what they call it.
Playing some record albums, which we like to do every Friday night
Lots
here
of
live
records.
on
Lots
our
of great
Ustream.
records. We played some great records tonight.
Yeah, we have.
If you're watching just the show, you've missed some really good stuff.
Be sure to check us out live when you can. I mean,
I know you're busy.
you're busy.
It's Friday night.
We're not here to waste your time.
You got to go to the store.
But maybe you're having a little dinner party at your house and you want some smooth jams to kind of lay underneath.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Ustream.tv/channel/Machete Miller. We'll stream these tunes every Friday night live right up in your old biscuit whistle. You know what I'm saying? We don't mess around when it comes
Ben
to
Daniel says audio hum.
audio hum.
Audio hum.
What does that mean? Audio hum?
Audio hum. Check all levels.
Check all levels.
Somebody
Audio
said they had the
hum.
poster too.
Who's the audio hum, by the way, Ben Daniels?
Yeah.
You don't know nobody. He's making it up.
We actually do have a grounding problem.
You know, Tolly Carr likes
Low level.
a good hummer.
Okay, we're starting it all over.
He does.
All right. Hey,
I've got him on tape saying that.
Okay. So, like I said, be sure to join us live when you can. We'll fuel your party. We'll fuel your party and let us be a part of your weekend. It's only proper of you. Let us get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to Ben.
Let us get in there.
Find out what the problem
We
is.
want to also mention that these talk show segments end up on our YouTube channel. Now we got a little something special going on our YouTube channel, and you can catch us there at youtube.com.
The YouTube channel is very interesting. That's where we get a lot of great comments from.
Absolutely. Everybody watches the videos there and has a good time. We appreciate everybody that checks us out every week, man, because not everybody's putting shit up every week. And we're steady strong, man. We're putting it up every week. We got a new show. We got new things to talk about. Just like Mr. Rogers, when he'd come in and change his sweater and shit, he had new things to talk about and share, and he always did. Every week he had new shit. And we got new shit.
I will say one thing. Most shows that I know,
Right.
they do 22 weeks or so.
Sure.
And then they stop. They stop it down, and then they do another half season. That's their season. This show is like every week.
Every week we got
Every
something.
week. We've missed a week or two because of a storm or maybe a vacation or whatever, but
Force majeure
pretty solid.
for our Canadian friends. Force
I mean,
majeure.
I sat in when
Unforeseeable act of
you took a
God.
vacation. I sat in and
Right.
I did half the show with no audio. Apparently,
No, it wasn't half the show.
It was half the show.
Oh, it was just when you would put up a couple of graphics.
I
A
don't
few
know.
times I had to film.
No.
for Stevie.
I didn't have the mic on.
And a few-
Oh,
and a
After
few
the
times
break,
I had to film
this
for you.
show used to do a break. Now we go straight through, which is a good idea.
Sure.
You shouldn't take a break because you
No
come
way.
back and things aren't good.
Well, it's
No,
all
right.
about format and flow.
That's
in
what
a
it's
program
about.
of this caliber.
And reachability.
Yeah, you got to be approachable. You got to be.
Absolutely.
It's reach and frequency is what it is.
That's what it is. Have you ever felt it?
777.
All right.
Yeah.
We're talking 7-7.
Speaking of the YouTube channel, the big idea of the show and the YouTube graphics, we got us a damn YouTube contest going on right now. We're starting to see some submissions come in.
We have. We need to see more.
Some good stuff, but we want to see more. So, like I said, if you've not subscribed, go to youtube.com/Machete Miller, watch the contest video. But for real, we're going to give away some really cool shit. You need to get on board and make a video about what keeps your party moving. And there's a video on there that talks all about it. But I think we originally said you've got
We
till-
shot that outside the studio,
Yeah, absolutely.
outside the silo.
We've got till Friday, June 13th.
13th.
Friday the 13th. So get your shit in
Friday,
gear.
June 13th. That's just around the corner.
It's coming up.
2 weeks away?
Yeah, if you need more time, let us know. We'll
on.
extend it, but
But come on now.
but get it in gear. Get it in gear. We also want to mention, hit us up on Facebook if you've not so far. Appreciate Sean hooking us up with his graphic. His little Facebook. It's facebook.com/grownmanrecord night. It's real easy to remember. So get up there and like us. And during the week, I'll post some interesting baloney now.
Yeah, that's some baloney, all right.
I'll post some baloney here and there, hither and yon, as they say. But be sure to be friends with us all across the internet. We want to hold your hand throughout your experience, your E/experience.
E/experience.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's get into a little bit of what we played. I'm in the wrong graphic. A little bit of what we played.
What we played.
There's our good buddy
What we
Beaver and our
played.
good buddy Gilbert, and we're going to talk about what we played this evening.
It's important to know what we
Played
played.
a nice
Because you might have heard something you really like. You want to know what the hell we played.
That's true, and you may want to go download it on iTunes or check out the record or die in a painful death of
Allergies.
Call the,
AIDS and allergies and
call,
whatever's going on.
call the fire department.
Somebody make a quilt. Let's just all get together and make a quilt right now.
Airbrush shirts.
Is this-
Airbrush shirts and
Is
quilts.
this a love quilt?
We're starting the whole show over.
Wait, you were doing Maya Angelou?
Hold on, we're not there. We're
Come
not
on,
there.
too soon.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go through what we played this evening.
Yes.
We played a nice.
I was actually here for the start of your show.
Came pretty early this evening.
I don't normally do that.
We're gonna it's a pretty eclectic.
Yeah.
Mix
Yeah.
of,
And that's what this show's all about.
Of course. So off the top,
It's like we're playing it. It's like we're doing this show in a nightclub.
Willie.
I'm used to that though. Like no one paying attention to your act.
Sure.
Sure.
Of
We've
course.
all been there, right?
Me too. That's the story of my entire life. I've been doing shtick since I was shot out, and sometimes people pay attention and sometimes they don't. But it's 24/7 shtick.
We're getting the band back together.
Yeah, you're getting the band back together.
It's possibly.
Tell me about it.
Well, we met. We got together and played a little. It's been over a year, and it's funny how quickly things come back together, and we know exactly what we need. So it's like it's not everybody,
So
but
this is Leadneck. This is a Led Zeppelin tribute band
yeah.
here out of
Well, I'm
Central North
excited.
Carolina.
So we're on the search for a drummer
Okay.
that will fit our needs.
Okay. I'm sure you'll
It's
find
a
a
pretty,
lot of good
it's
drummers
a pretty
around here.
potent. It's a pretty potent group. You can search Leadneck at Lincoln Theater is a good one, I think, to see
I've
what the
looked
hell
up-
we're
I know
talking
some- there's
about.
some YouTube
There's
clips
some
out there.
decent stuff out there. It's club scene kind of crap, but it's some good stuff.
Good stuff.
Let me
It's
mention,
good
I
Billy.
did play in a Better Than Ezra cover band if you're looking for a drummer.
That was Jay, by the way.
Jay's piping
Jay
in.
is in a Better Than Ezra cover band.
We're starting now. I know we're starting the whole show over now.
Called Better Than Evan.
How many albums did they do?
I don't know. Too many. All right. Let's talk about what we played. Shout out to my man Chris down at Dixieland Farm, man, from the Provocative Percussion Series on Command Records. If
Oh,
Enoch liked the Light Brigade.
I love anything Command puts out. I
Command
love the
Records,
hell out of
man.
it, and anything Enoch Light has put out, I
What a
pretty much
label.
love the hell out
What a
of it.
label.
A great label for some really good lounge music and good big band sound.
Picked this up last week, I think it was. It's Grace Jones' first album, man.
Yep. She's doing some interesting. I like the picture on the back very much. So I don't know. I don't know why.
It had a little bit of scribble scratch
Little
to
tongue action there.
it. It's a pretty interesting
She's a
album.
crazy girl.
It's nuts. I think I probably know her originally from the
Movies.
the Conan movie.
Well, the Conan, yeah, she was in the.
I mean, as a kid, I was a kid when that came out, so I didn't know nothing about nobody.
You weren't always an adult?
No, sir.
I don't-
Well, sort
I
of.
think it might still be a kid, actually.
Heyo.
Ew.
But when I was a kid, they thought I was a little adult. It's funny. When I was a kid, they thought I was an adult.
And
'cause I
now that
was
you're an
all-
adult, we think you're a kid.
Isn't that interesting?
Gary Coleman.
This is like what's that?
Being
Big,
Benjamin Button?
Big. Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I wish I were big. Zoltar? Anybody got a Zoltar machine? I'm desperately in need of a Zoltar machine. Hey, how about a little bit?
Hell, this is the Mayo Clinic.
You brought some business in here, straight up the boss man.
Well, you know, I brought this for Boss Man, and I don't. Do we need to talk about the breaking news, the Boss Man news?
Boss man's changing his name.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Pump that up.
Maybe we should ask the VC or the community of viewers what they think about the Boss Man changing his name to. I'll let him say it. I'm not going to say it, but
Yeah.
anyway, I know he's a big fan of Jimmy Castor, so I brought along Super Sound, and
Oh, yeah.
this is a funky ass album. There's only 3 songs on the side we heard, but it's so good.
Dude, I just had this.
I forgot how good this was because I was worried. Oh, he's got this polyester suit. It might be kind of disco. No, he's still bringing
Yeah.
it hard.
I had that record at a local shop. I had it in my hand and it was in my stack to buy. $5. I'm like, all day long, $5.
Yeah.
But it was one of the times I've gotten a little more discerning about what I'm picking up. So they got a table set up, you know. And so I'm like, I'm gonna take my little stack over and I'm gonna go listen to all my records, make sure I'm not buying a limo.
Oh,
with
you
a
got to
bunch of-
do that.
And so I go over and I'm checking them out, and that Jimmy Castor's got a big scratch right through the.
One side.
Yeah, it was terrible,
Yeah.
awful.
This
and
is
I'm like,
this is
man,
1975 on Atlantic.
Man, jamming
Yeah.
record, man. That's I've
It
not
is
seen
good.
anything that disappoints from Jimmy Castor.
Not and you know our buddy Sean who does a lot of your graphics. He interviewed
Yeah,
Jimmy
there's
Castor.
an interview out there. We need to pump that one. That's some
I mean,
legit business.
Supernova's a. I mean, Boss Man's a big fan of Jimmy Castor.
Yeah, it freaks him out, man. It's like Blue number 2, Blue number 1.
Yeah, the blue dyes give me a seizure, but one thing that gives me a seizure all day is Bertha Big Butt. I mean,
That's what
when
I'm
she
talking
gets off
about.
the stew,
Bum, 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 bum,
I
bum,
mean,
bum, bum.
that's a killer. That is like an insane, infectious.
So what'd you think of this new Jimmy Castor?
I
It
think
was
it's
later.
right.
It's not earlier. It's later.
It has a different.
Troglodyte is earlier,
Yeah,
Yeah.
got that
and then
45.
then-
Bertha
Big
Butt,
Bertha Butt
and
is
then
after
there's
that.
this, which is still pretty solid.
Yeah, man.
It's got that
Solid.
King Kong song on there.
He does a kind of a lot of storytelling.
Yeah,
Songs.
he likes to tell stories.
I call it cartoon funk.
That's
I think
great.
it's a great
Because
name
not
for it.
only are the covers cartoony and shit, but also it reminds me of like late 70s, early
it puts
80s.
you in that day when
Saturday
you
morning cartoon.
you get up and
Boys.
watch Hong Kong Phooey and Speed Buggy, you know.
But not just the actual cartoons, but even the commercials. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
whole
oh, sure,
experience
sure.
of the whole
That
time had that feel.
yeah,
That's kind of what I lump that into.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of lumping a
Ho!
feel, hey-oh, got a little
Lumping a
Toto.
feel.
This song, this is something that's been in my head all week long. And I've been singing it because I heard it in the background of a show or some shit. And then I decided, I got to play this. I think I got that record. And so I dug around. I'm like, son of a bitch, I do have that record. Oh, it's getting played. Toto, 4. And I played Africa.
Africa.
It's been in my head all week. It's a little kitschy, but what a great song.
Oh, that's a great song.
It's
though.
a great song.
It hooks you, you know.
Yeah, if you don't.
Toto 4 was a big album for them. It has 99 on it. It's got Africa. It's got that other song on it too, Rosanna.
Yeah.
Those are big hits for Toto.
Sure.
Toto's a great band. They're studio musicians, and I think they had something to do with some of the extra playing on the wall. Now,
Oh,
don't
okay.
get me wrong. I might be wrong on this, but I think
You could
as
be
studio
wrong.
musicians, they may have contributed to some albums, some legendary albums.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. We'll keep it moving.
Okay.
That's pretty neat, though.
I
I
don't
just
know.
kind of felt like, yeah, what are you going to do? A song gets in your head, you got to put it on the old turn T. You know what I mean? Hey, we lost an American poet this week.
We did.
A
local,
local American poet. Maya Angelou passed away
Maya Angelou.
Passed away this week. And I was thinking of something appropriate to play for that
You got a
particular
picture?
occasion. I got a little something.
I sent you a little something.
Okay.
A friend of mine posted this on
cut the
Facebook.
rug.
She loved getting down, and here she is getting down with Whitman Mayo,
Oh, Grady now.
Grady from Sanford and Son.
That's a great pick, Steve.
I'm going to guess though. I think this picture was taken at the Black Theater Festival, which happens in Winston-Salem, North
That's right.
Carolina, every year. A lot of great artists come and they do plays. And Maya lived in Winston-Salem.
Your album, Steve?
No. There she is, just cutting the rug with Whitman Mayo, which I just love that picture.
That's a really cool picture. And so I played this record.
I did get to interview her a couple of
Yeah,
times.
I've worked on some stuff that she's been a part of
She-
here and there.
She honestly, guys, she lived about 3 blocks from where we work.
Yeah.
It was you could walk to her house, honestly. So
Yeah, and so I played this record because I was trying to think of something that kind of captured a little bit
Independence.
of her essence.
Yeah, I think that would be a good record to play.
Miles Davis,
I
Water
don't know.
Babies.
Maybe she hated Miles Davis, but
Uh,
I think she would love Miles Davis.
Of course, and I just think she would.
Yeah,
Naked black people in the front of it.
yeah.
Either way, you get a kick out of it.
Okay.
Musically,
Sure.
visually,
Yeah.
Emotionally.
and or just trying to be fresh.
Do you know why Wayne Coyne of
Trying
the
to stay
Flamin'
fresh.
Lips? Wayne Coyne of the Flamin' Lips. You know why he wears those suits all the time?
Because he can't stay fresh.
No, it's because he saw a picture of Miles Davis after he'd been bloodied in an alleyway by a cop or something.
Yeah.
He went out between gigs, between sets on a gig, into an alley, and they got roughed up by a cop, by a white racist cop. And so he comes back in the club, and he's got his suit on still, and he's,
Up
and
in
he's,
the
and he's
club.
got blood on his suit. And Wayne Coyne saw this picture of him and just thought it was the coolest thing to have that cool, dirty but raw look in a really nice white suit. So when you see Wayne Coyne, he's always wearing really nice suits.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit with the interesting.
No.
stories.
What? But that's so you base your whole career's wardrobe off of that?
Yeah, off the picture that you saw of Miles Davis.
Well, everybody's got to have a thing.
Yeah.
You got to have a thing.
I chose this next one for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Bust this out. What we got?
This-
This is Clarence Carter,
Actually,
Atlantic.
We didn't play this next, but let's go
No,
and
no,
talk
no,
about
no,
it.
no, no.
This is Clarence Carter, blind R&B singer from Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
He hooked up with Rick Hall and recorded a lot of great music. This was recorded by Rick Hall and his band. And I mentioned this because I recently saw a documentary that I wish you guys would see so we could talk about it.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I think it came out last year. It's called Muscle Shoals.
Muscle Shoals. It's on Netflix,
It's-
folks.
If you have Netflix, go to Netflix, look up Muscle Shoals. That's SHOALS. Anyway, it's fantastic. It opened my mind. I thought Muscle Shoals, yeah, Leonard Skinner references Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals has got the swampers. Boo, boo, boo. But it is so much more than that. It is so fantastic.
A lot of R&B stuff.
And we'll talk
down there,
more
right?
about that for Dig of the Week. But
Okay.
there's some really great stuff that came out of Muscle Shoals, and I recommend this. And that's why I chose this album to play of Clarence Clemens.
Okay. What the hell you call
His
it?
biggest hit was Patches, by the way. Patches, I'm depending on you, son.
Oh, yeah.
To pull the family
that's-
through.
Was that in the movie?
Probably.
No, keep singing. That's great.
Sorry about that.
Wow, that's okay.
That was actually a soundbite from the MP3 of Clarence Clemens.
Yeah, man. That's big time business.
Yeah. Are we on Dig of the Week?
I'm bringing it on into digging the
You
week.
played this stuff.
We don't talk
that-
about
okay.
it. A little separate
Okay,
discussion.
I understand.
Yeah, a little separate
I
discussion.
understand.
So we're gonna go into the old dig of the week and talk about some records that me and Steve-O picked up here this week or so.
So you dug a little.
I dug a little
You
bit.
know, I think Bossman dug a little.
You dug a little bit.
And I think he needs to talk about that.
That's coming up later. That's coming up later.
You're right. You're right.
So, all right, let's
What's that? You throwing
during
a
the,
curve?
during the old
You're throwing a
switcheroo.
curveball.
During the natural switch.
You're going to switch before the chip.
We're going, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
just one before.
Oh, sure.
For sure.
He's like the relief.
Hey, got a little sad note to mention here this evening. I hate to be the bearer. Roar! Roar! The bearer of bad news.
Well, we are a family. It's good to know what's going on in the family.
Yeah, I don't want to mention who it is or what relation they are to me. Very young gentleman, a friend of mine.
Has he been on the show?
He's been on the show. in
He
the
has
past.
been on the show.
We won't name any names. Had a little trouble. Had a little heart trouble. And it was a little bit of a situation.
A grown man problem.
It was a grown man problem. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And so I thought I would pull a couple of records to play. There are a couple of his favorite records, just to
Okay.
kind of, even just hourly, hourly,
Hourly.
kind of keep them in our thoughts and our
Okay.
music vibes.
How
Sure.
about Owley?
Hourly.
Hourly.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah. But just kind of keep it right there on that vibe, just to send him some good thoughts.
Okay.
Whether he feels that or not, that's between you and Jesus Christ. Ain't got nothing to do with me, boy. Ain't got nothing to do with me now. It's with your personal relationship.
Your own personal Jesus.
So I played the Tool
The
Undertow.
Tool. The Tool.
The Tool Undertow album
Tool.
from a man.
I love
And,
this album so
fantastic.
much.
Girlfriend hooked me up with this for Christmas.
And I like
for
that you didn't
birthday.
play the big songs. You played some of the others, which
Yeah,
I love this album entirely. So
We played a couple. Weeks ago. We played some of the hits.
Danny
off of it.
Carey,
Oh man, Danny Carey's a beast.
one of the best drummers.
And also, we actually didn't play this, but we're going to play it here coming up.
Okay.
From the Music on Vinyl series of releases.
Some of the best vinyl
some of the best
reissues you can get.
This is
Music
Faith
on
No
Vinyl.
More's album of the year. And this is, this is a 92, I believe it is, Faith No More release.
What year? What's on that?
Fantastic. Album of the year is one of the worst.
Hey,
One of
something
the
coming your
classic
something
jams.
coming your
Enter
way.
stage
We got
left.
stuff coming my way here. What are we doing here?
Exit stage right.
Hey, so while we're talking about our homeboy that's kind of down and out at the moment, let's tilt a little glass, internet friends. So internet friends, sending some
Cheers.
positive musical vibes to my man. So there we go. That's some good business. Liquid nitrogen, son.
What was that?
Woo! It's explosive, Steve. Explosive. Won't you bust out some dig of the week material, there, my friend?
I hit a few places.
Now you went out of town down there.
I was not on the show last week.
He was not on the show. Now we have renegotiated your contract to what I believe to be a fair amount, and it also included for new glasses frames and a new face beard.
I don't know about that.
It was included.
I don't know about that.
That's part of the rider.
You know, you go out of town.
And
you,
I agreed to that.
You take on a persona, you come back with a new identity.
I agreed to that.
Okay.
That was part of the rider, and I was okay with that. So you picked up some records
Let me put
before
on-
you went out of town.
I'll put on my digging hat.
Oh yeah, the digging hat. You got to have the digging hat.
I don't have.
What is
I don't have a digging hat.
What is this, Russia? This is
So-
Russia, is it?
I had a busy day a week ago. A week ago in a day, 8 days ago.
8 days ago.
Yeah.
Steve says.
And it was a 17-hour workday. Now, if you're on the VC, you kind of know I posted some of it, whatever. But I was able to hit a spot that was right. You could throw a rock from where we were working. There was this antique mall, and it had records on floors 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Now we'd been there before. I'd been there before, and looked at records on the third floor. The third floor. The third floor, the guy's got a record shop. Well, most of his shit sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
It's warped. He thinks he wants a lot of money for warped records. Who
Yeah,
the hell
that's
wants
tough.
that?
That's
They don't.
tough.
They don't get it. But I was able to find some really cool stuff there. So I'll get straight to it. So here's. I did find this on the third
Jimmy
floor.
Smith.
It's a Jimmy
Come on,
Smith
Steve.
record. Any number can win. From 1963 on the Verve.
Oh.
Jimmy Smith is. Anybody knows he's probably one of my favorites. I have probably more Jimmy Smith records than. I mean, there's Herbie Mann, Jimmy Smith. I might have more Jimmy Smiths than I have Herbie Manns.
Huh.
So-
And Herbie Mann, you get cheap.
And you can get them cheap. Jimmy Smith, you have to look a little hard. This is
Oh, man.
a really good record in really good shape.
God,
And it's-
Jimmy Smith on the Verve.
I love the Verve.
that encompasses everything I love about record
And this
collecting. in
record,
one
that record, side 2 on that record,
Yeah.
blows me away.
Smoke.
Here's another Jimmy Smith record I got. So this
Okay.
is called Jimmy Smith
Same
Plays
spot?
the Standards. Same spot.
Okay.
Double hitter.
It's not as good as the first one. It's from 1967. It's on Sunset Records. He's playing standard jazz tunes, but
Yeah.
you're getting standard jazz tunes the Jimmy Smith way. So you can't go wrong with that.
No, sir.
Another one I picked up that day was John Luke Ponty,
Okay, I've got that one.
Cosmic Messenger.
Great
I'm not
record.
going to say a lot about it because I know you've showed it before.
It's a great
it's a
record,
great
though.
John Luke Ponty record.
And if you look, you can get it pretty cheap, and it's worth.
Yeah,
picking
look
up.
for John Luke Ponty. He's a great.
look at it- look
it's
for it in good
great
shape.
fusion,
Yeah.
great
And-
jazz.
Be kind of careful with your Jean-Luc Ponty's. If it's in sort of rough shape, pass on it. 'Cause
Pass,
you'll-
because so
you'll
many
run into
times
it.
when you find fusion records, they're in perfect condition.
Yeah, you'll run
Because someone
into
heard it once and didn't get into it or whatever, so they never played
Yeah.
it, or they were really meticulous and they took good care of their records.
Sure.
I was also really honored to find some Rolling Stones records
Okay,
in the
now.
same spot.
Same spot.
This one's funny because it's the big hits. It's a compilation that came out. I forget what year, but it's actually Big Hits is not in there.
Huh.
I wish it had been because the mono pressing of Big Hits is worth some coin. It's a
Yeah.
good record. This actually, what it is Got Live If You Want It. It's this 1966 live album of the Stones. And there's some where Mick doesn't quite hit the notes, but there's some that's so good where they're just wailing on some of these songs. I also got Goat Head Soup on Rolling Stones records from 1973. I think Angie might be on that album, if I'm not mistaken.
What year did you say?
1973.
Okay.
My high school sweetheart name was Angie, so this
Oh,
song means a lot to me.
Steve.
1981. This is the album that everybody remembers. Tattoo You,
That's a cool
Start Me
album.
Up.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's a great song with Keith Richards singing on there. I can't remember what it was.
That's cool, man.
Do you want to take one? I got a few more about
I've
today,
only got 3.
the spot we hit. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you what I did. And then when I got back this week,
Yep.
I went. There's this place that I know of.
Tell us a little bit about this place. A little bit.
A little bit. I don't
Yeah.
want to tell you too much about it, but I found a place. My wife actually found it and clued me in on it. And I went and checked it out. And the guy in the basement of his store has vinyl. It's not well organized. It's well enough organized, though.
Small enough
He
collection.
doesn't
that it
quite
doesn't
get the
matter.
picture of what's going on in the world. I
Yeah.
think some of his prices are a little high.
There's some hot
Because he's got some records that aren't in the best shape, but they're cool records.
Yeah, and he may be looking up like how much does the
Yeah. Oh,
near
wow.
mint copy sell for?
Yeah, yeah.
And this
So
one with a
anyway-
big scratch is the same price.
Before I came back to the office to tell you that this guy, but all winter we'd go by there and he wasn't open.
Yeah.
Well, apparently his
Frustrating.
furnace was busted, so he didn't want to be open, and I can understand it'd be cold as shit in there.
Sure.
But it's very nice in the basement right now when it's 80 degrees outside. It's really nice in the basement. So I brought back Sticky Fingers, Rolling Stones. This is the
Yeah.
Andy Warhol cover, and this cover's in pretty good shape. Someone, of course, tried to look at the crotch and tore the side of it, as happens on every Sticky Fingers cover.
Everybody wants to see the dork.
The dork is in there somewhere in
course there
in his
is.
underwear. But it's a really cool Andy Warhol cover. Those were my Rolling Stones picks for the week,
Yeah.
which I was real happy because I don't have a lot of Stones. I love them. I like the Stones. My favorite period is Sticky Fingers. And I will say another
You said
thing.
Period.
I recommend that Muscle Shoals documentary.
Yeah.
They recorded Brown Sugar. They recorded 3 songs off of this album. They recorded most of the main tracks at Muscle Shoals because they wanted
Is
that
that the only
sound.
album they did there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They did Wild Horses and Brown
Yeah.
Sugar, which Brown Sugar to me
Yeah,
is my favorite all-time
You know,
Rolling
it's
Stones
funny
song.
because I've never been the biggest Stones fan.
Me
but
neither.
Everybody has always said, "Oh, have you ever heard Sticky Fingers on vinyl?"
Yeah. It's
I mean,
not in the
Scoot
best
told me
shape,
that.
but it's in
Yeah.
good enough shape.
Okay.
I also picked up
Back up, Steve. What are you
Introducing-
doing now? Hold on now.
Introducing the Beatles. This is the mono press, but I don't quite know what I have here because if anybody knows anything about this album, it's probably the most bootlegged album. There's so
you
many
got,
copies.
Hey, pull the record out just a shade. So we got what we got going on here.
Show the inner.
There you go.
You
We got a rainbow VJ.
You got the VJ in the circle, rainbow VJ. There are other markings that it is the mono pressing from '64. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I've got
happy to
this-
have it. It's in pretty good shape though for an old '64 record,
Yeah.
which I'm 64. I'm old.
Yeah.
Me and this record
You ain't that old,
is
bro.
kindred. This record's kindred to me because
Sure.
when the Beatles came to America is when I was born. So it's like that's important. And I
Sure.
a while back, if anybody's watched the show, I was really gaga about getting the Beatles record, especially of that time period.
Yep.
They actually
You
put out,
around your birthday
they
time.
actually put out 6 records in '64, I think.
Wow.
6 records.
That's crazy business.
Lastly, for now, I picked up Kraftwerk Computer World.
oh
This
yeah.
is a 1981 Warner Brothers album, and according to Boss Man, he might want to get on the mic on this. I didn't know this.
So I gotta pass the mic.
This was a sampled album.
Okay.
What do you know about this, Boss Man?
Yeah, that Kraftwerk album. I mean, it's one of those kind of influential, like backbone hip hop back in the day,
Yeah.
early, just grabbing crazy sounds of the whacked out hip hop cats.
Okay.
The real out there in the ether cats. And,
Yeah.
and like Portishead and
Oh,
Massive
wow.
Attack.
Okay.
And,
Where was I got Massive Attack ready to play.
You know, and the group that I like that, I mean, I know it's influential to them would be the Baby Namboos. I mean,
Yeah.
check them out. Baby Namboos.
All right. Big
All right,
time.
do you want me to run through these real quick? So then I decided, okay, I'm gonna bring Mikey Bananas into this because I've been trying to get him over there, but every time we went, the effing place was
Yeah,
closed.
I begin to think he was full blown. I think he's
So
over there blown.
overall,
smoke.
I think some of his generic prices are too high, but it's still worth a visit.
Yes.
Okay, so I took him over there. Quickly, while we were there, I picked up. I was going to pick up more, but I was like, I can't play because some of his
Yeah,
prices are
a
stupid.
little bit.
Just
But
like that dude on the cover.
The Risky Business. Oh fuck. The Risky Business
Bam!
soundtrack, and it's a great soundtrack. And the main reason I picked it up is because
What?
Tangerine Dream does like 4 or 5 or 6
Oh yeah.
pieces on here, including the scene where they're making love on
Let's
the
look at
train.
that right there.
Oh, you're looking at Tom Cruise's crotch? Are you kidding me?
Dorktown. I'm going to Dorktown.
Whitey tights.
That's what it's about right there. Wow. I love it. What a great movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It actually was a good
Yeah.
movie. It was one of the better ones. Another one I picked up really in good shape.
Oh my Jesus. Yeah.
This is Genesis, A Trick of the Tail, 1976. It's Phil Collins, and I'm more of a Peter Gabriel, but this is a great album.
It is.
And this one's in really good shape.
I've got it.
I was real proud to pick up this copy.
Yeah, I've got it, and I was almost tempted to buy that again.
Okay.
Because it was in such good shape. I mean,
Yeah.
mine's in pretty good shape,
Yeah.
and I spent a little bit on it, probably about that same
Well,
price.
last but not least, I picked up this record, and I know you're not a fan of
Yeah.
REM,
Well, you're not a fan,
but
Mike?
I am. I have a connection with these guys.
I
This is
respect the hell out of
Fables,
them.
Fables of the Reconstruction. It came out in '85. I was in school '82 to '86, so this is an important album for me.
Right down when you were down there in Athens.
In Athens, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a great album, and I like it because it's IRS, 85, and the drum sounds to me, when they went Warner Brothers and you get the big sound of REM
Yeah.
with don't, you know,
Yeah.
this one goes up, the one I love and all that, that's fine and all, but on the way down to Atlanta this week, we listened, my wife and I listened to Fables of the Reconstruction, just before I even picked this up.
Yeah.
I happened to listen to this album, and then I listened to Document, which is the one with all the big hits on
Yep.
it. This has some good hits on it as well, but I so much prefer the earlier college rock sound
Yeah.
of the drum kit. It doesn't have that heavy, just stadium rock sound.
You know, I've been really thinking about that a lot lately, and it started last week when we were talking about that Kingsman record.
Yeah.
And you know, somebody commented on YouTube that the parents went and saw Kingsman and stuff, and they're Pacific Northwest garage rock legends and stuff. And you know, I think about like they get the credit for the hits, like Louie Louie,
Right,
and
right.
shit like that. And that shit sounds smooth and it's real groovy and poppy and whatnot. But if you break it down, a band like that, they're just, especially when you hear them live on a record like what we showed last week, it's raw and rugged and live and just gnarly and
It is.
really
It is.
just
Garage
edgy.
rock.
It's so good, man. And
Yeah.
I think bands like, and maybe that's why I'm not the biggest fan of REM, is because I grew up with already polished
Right.
and produced REM.
Yeah.
Whereas I didn't get to experience the independent REM, and maybe I need to go back and revisit that.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I always love and respect bands like that.
I can
even if I
respect
don't,
that.
even if I don't like the bands that much, I respect bands that come from the right place.
There's an early 80s sound that got buried in the bigger sound.
Sure.
And the early
I can
80s
see
sound
that.
is the early REM, Pylon, Let's Active from Winston-Salem,
Yep.
which we passed on today, by the way.
Yeah.
And there's a vibe that was missed out in the whole as it got big thing.
Yeah.
That you might want to revisit.
Sure. It's worth, there's several little music scenes like that you're like, maybe you were in a different headspace at the time. Maybe go back and revisit and give everything a chance when it comes down to it.
Hell, give Peace a chance
Give-
for that much.
Give pizza a chance.
Give Pizza.
I like a pepperoni on my pizza pie. Okay. What's wrong, man?
Hey, I think that you can show some stuff, and I'm going to walk out of here. And I think our other guest wants to show something.
Okay, we're doing multi-guest tonight, but I'll tell you what.
I'll try to do this without making too much noise.
This is what I picked up today from the spot that you turned me on to there, Steve-O Fever. And everybody knows I'm a sucker for the Verve. Verve is my favorite label ever. And I like the stock of paper they use. I like the smell of Verve. I like the music. I like the inner sleeves. I like everything about them. And this was Jazz Samba, Stan Getz and Charlie Bird. I think this is what, 1960. It's 62. It's early, man. It's the old black and silver Verve.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Best flavor.
That's just what I love. That's just things I love about life. That's a gatefold? I didn't realize it was a gatefold.
What?
Look at that. We'll hold that guy up.
Hold that guy up, my man.
Now, Steve, you've got this record.
Yeah, you do.
That's a bird. That black and silver, the Oakland Raiders style cover, man. I just love it. Love it.
Boom.
You want to show some gatefold, Steve? It's up to you, baby. You want to show a gatefold?
It's how you roll. It's your game.
See what I'm doing.
There's 3 young ladies singing in harmony in the front row. That's all right, sisters. Live how you want to live. More about that lately. Okay, so I dug that record today, right? Right. Speaking of what I just said and coming out of my mouth business, little Chuck Berry, one of my
I love
all-time
Chuck Berry.
music heroes.
That was one of my all-time
And I made
music heroes.
I made a little decree to myself here in the past couple of months. I'm gonna collect everything damn Chuck Berry I can. Well, this asshole today had some stuff that was like $10, $12.
You hardly ever see Chuck Berry out there, though.
It's true. Some of this stuff was. I wouldn't have
And when you
mind.
do, it's jacked up.
I wouldn't have mind $10 to $12. These were jacked up. That was the problem. Because
They were ones to have, but they were just.
at another place we go, they've got a dozen berries or what? The
Yeah.
first Chuck Berry with the berries on the cover.
Uh-huh.
It's $12, and I'm like, oh, because another spot we go to, it's $30. But I'm like, $12, sweet,
Oh,
pull
let
it
me get
out.
it. Jacked.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like,
Haggard.
man, that's.
Ain't
If
got
I-
time for that.
If I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it. You know?
1962.
62. That's what I
Stan
said.
Getz,
Yeah. Stan Getz and Charlie
on the
Bird.
mic.
Yeah, that Charlie Bird, Stan Getz is 1962 on the Verve.
Yes, sir, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
live.
what you are talking about.
But hey, this Chuck Berry, this is the London Chuck Berry sessions. It's on Chess, man. It's actually
you
on
play that
Chess.
earlier tonight, or you're gonna play it later?
I'm gonna play it as soon as this damn show's over.
What?
And what if I had an episode and I fade it out, man? I want a little Chuck Berry before I go down. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to hear before I go down, a little Chuck Berry. I ain't gonna lie on
I
it.
remember as a kid, I was really into Chuck Berry, and that's one of the first, like, my own tapes. You know, and I
Me
used to-
too.
you know, Sweet Maybelline.
I've got one over there that's wore out, solid. Straight,
Yeah, I used to
wore
go
out.
crazy on it. It was that. I mean, it was weird. It was that, and it was Rolling Stones' greatest hits, and the cover was like a head and a head and a head and a head, like silhouette.
That's Hot Rocks.
That's not a greatest hits.
That is
that's
the greatest. It's a compilation. It's one of the earlier compilations
Steve
of
said.
that
Stevie
period.
Fever off camera killing it.
It's a double album called Hot Rocks. It's a
Yeah.
head within a head within a
Y-
head.
yeah,
within-
yeah,
it's
yeah.
blue. It's kind of a blue color.
I never had the actual wax. I had
Oh.
the
That's
cassette,
bright,
and the
yeah.
cassette was just whatever.
Okay.
But I had that and Chuck Berry, and that was like my first.
Yeah, my parents thought I was retarded because I had I'd play that Chuck Berry tape and get a tennis racket, and yeah, okay, cool, everybody,
You just jamming out on
yeah,
it?
jamming out on the tennis racket. Every kid does that. No. I would do it for like hours. Tape would stop, chunk, rewind,
Damn, you must just have batteries for days on the
chunk,
rewind.
hit play again.
I didn't have batteries like that. I would
I'd do
always
it-
have to do
No
the
batteries,
flip.
AC power.
I'd do it all day long. I'd listen to Chuck
You
Berry all
can't
day
hide
long
money, man.
and just jam on the tennis racket.
You can't hide
So
money.
anyhow, weirdo thing about this, I was like, oh, I come back. I try to, when I pick up a new little fresh little stack, I'm trying to add all my collection into my Discogs account. It's a daunting task.
It is daunting.
Several,
I wish I'd done
a
that.
couple thousand in there,
Yeah.
roughly.
It's hard.
I'm-
It's
I
hard
went
doing
Excel.
that.
I went Excel. You can't get Excel in there.
But I think at the end of the day, having it on sell, I think is a better way to go. Because you never know.
Yeah,
if-
but you can't import it to Discogs. Which is
yeah, but
helpful
you
right
know,
now.
if Discogs ever takes a hit,
Yeah,
servers down.
They're probably owned by. They're probably,
You
owned
should-
by, they're probably owned by the Chinese.
You should
It's better to have your own
3,
file.
2. Actually, you should have both. You should have your own file, and you should have them on Discogs. Because you can do
everything.
You can
should
do
do
opposite.
everything.
You can load them on the Discogs and export it
Let's
as a
let's
spreadsheet.
take all the records on a list and shoot them up to the moon and plant them there.
But anyhow, I've started, so I try to come in and enter my new shit in my Discogs, just to, you know,
Oh, I know.
nip it in
Well,
the bud.
yeah, you got to
Nip
do
it-
the right thing.
You got to nip it in the
You're
bud.
just trying to do the right thing.
But you haven't gone back.
This MFer right here. No, I do it every time. But
Okay.
this MFer right here, this Chuck Berry London Sessions.
I've never heard that
Did
album.
we hold that up?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
already
we
did.
did.
But we'll double
But-
do it.
But
Do it again,
do it again.
I'll tell
Your
you,
face.
um,
Talk to me, Mikey Bananas.
all of them say it's a damn gatefold, boss man.
What? It's
and
not though.
This ain't a gatefold unless it's one of the Dutch or no, the New Zealand pressing is the one I find that kind of matches this one up. That doesn't make any damn sense. Maybe it is.
New Zealand,
Maybe it is.
Kiwi.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. And okay, I got one purchase. I spent a little bit of money on this, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot in the world of Mikey Bananas. I took a little easy this week. Couldn't pass on this. Them Dirty Blues,
Oh.
the Cannonball Adderley Quintet featuring Nat Adderley. This is on the Riverside Jazz Series.
What year is that?
That's a gem.
I think it's 1959 or
That's about
1960.
the earliest Cannonball.
yeah, I was gonna
Adderley
be like,
I've ever
I was gonna
heard.
say
Yeah.
61, 62, but I bet you're right.
It's 59 or 60. And this is mono. And let me tell you what.
You can't go wrong with Cannonball.
No, sir.
I mean, any day of the week, on
There's a
any
little-
album.
There's a picture on the back with him and his brother Nat.
Yeah, Nat's on this record here.
Lower. Yeah, right there, brother. You're good.
And
Check
I'll
that
tell you
out.
a special thing that I thought about this record is
Tell me what you thought. Talk to me, man. Real talk.
I never believe halfway
That wasn't not funny.
that wasn't not funny. My underwears was coming off and it wasn't not funny.
Name that show.
Name that show. Hit us up in the chat. And name what movie said person that said that was in.
Mm.
Boom.
I see you people in a circle. What the hell was I talking about?
Trivia
Apocalypse.
challenge.
What the hell was I talking about?
Oh, this cat right
Nat
here.
Adderley?
Banging.
Cannonball Adderley.
Featuring Nat Adderley doing big
Yeah.
things,
No.
kicking down doors.
Your vacation
going
last
in with a
week.
4-4.
Lost it.
Time's it gone?
I lost it. I lost all of it.
The show's going to hell in the handbasket. I'm out of here.
No,
But-
you covered it. You covered
No,
your
I
No,
didn't.
no, let's cover it again.
There was
I
something
think
I was
this guy,
saying
you
about
got
it.
your. You got
No,
your
I don't even
album?
have my wax. I think it's over there. I don't know
No,
where
I've
my
got
wax
it.
at.
I've got it down here.
Oh, he has
So
it
I'll
down
tell you
there. I
what.
don't know.
And anyhow, this.
Cop that. But you know what I need? We should plug.
No,
right-
here's what I was saying.
Oh,
Here we go.
okay.
Okay, everybody. Everybody take a lap. Hey, Big Daddy, take a lap.
Get that mess off your
I never
neck.
believe it when anybody says something is near mint. Even though sometimes maybe it isn't near mint. When I see near mint, my initial thought is bullshit. It's
It's
probably
very good. If it's
very
near
good
mint.
plus. It's very good plus.
You,
bet
I wouldn't
you.
give it the plus.
I bet you.
You're so generous.
Well, I'm just
Well, because
saying.
you're a lover.
There's a couple of records I've seen used in my day that I would have been like, okay, whoa, that's clean. That's near mint. A couple in all of my days in doing record shit.
I bought records that didn't come out mint.
Let me tell you what.
I mean,
This record, especially from something that old, 59, 60,
well, look at the. I mean, the cover.
this
There's hardly
is-
any wear. There's
this
just a stain
is
on the back.
the cleanest piece of vinyl I have ever seen for a
think-
jazz record this
But
old.
it's called the Dirty Blues.
Yeah, and look right there. There's
There's a little schmutz on the back
a
of the
stain of black tar
schmutz in?
heroin.
on
or
the
is
back.
that, or is that feces?
It could be feces,
Oh,
Is that,
feces.
is that fecal matter?
but on the back of the.
Fecal.
These are Dirty Blues after all.
But seriously,
It is. Dirty
but
Blues.
seriously, folks,
All jokes aside,
the
it's a serious show.
one of the cleanest records I've ever seen.
you like those things, man.
That's old. That old.
Well, it's rare when you find one, and you know that one was in a good collection. Somebody took care of it,
Yeah.
or
obviously.
bought it and never listened to it because they thought it was bunk and it was
It's been
given to
sitting on
them.
the shelf, whatever. But that's man. What a great dig of the week. We've had well, we're not really done with dig of the week
Yo, yo, yo.
because we're going to talk about one more record. One more record for the evening.
Oh
You got it. You
man,
said you had it.
it's a doozy.
Yeah,
he has
it's
it.
a doozy.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy. Now,
It was part of what we played, actually.
Yeah.
part of what we played, part of.
And see, the thing is,
The Bossman showed up with a damn present.
yeah, for a present for Grown Man Record Night, because, you know, I'm a believer in what you guys do and what you guys stand for. Even though myself,
I'm not really a record collector. I have
Okay.
collected records and had records in my possession over the years and the
Yeah.
time, and in the college, you know, I was in vinyl big time, and a lot of my friends are into vinyl. You
Yeah.
know, back in New York and whatnots. And I'm just a lover of vinyl and the whole nine. You
Sure,
know? I mean,
sure. Who doesn't love it?
Yeah, it's cool. It's, you know, I mean, well, anyways, I digress.
You brought some stuff over.
Yeah, but let's just do a little
Surprising.
yeah, a little front talk.
Happy birthday!
Bow. No.
Happy birthday!
Now let's talk for real.
Happy birthday!
You know, when you're 18, and we've talked like this before.
Sure.
Like when you're 18 and you grew up in the 90s, like how you and me
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I mean, you listen to rap music.
Of course.
I mean, it didn't matter if you lived in the burbs or if you lived in the hood. I mean, everybody was bumping beats. And why you listen to this? Because some rap music was really good. And even though
Yeah.
back in the day you may not have known it was like a classic or, you know, it's going to go down in history as like
Sure.
a dope song.
It may have
or-
kept one of your parties moving. That's worth its weight in gold.
Exactly. And the contest enter, June 13th.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
But you know, over time, you know, why do you still listen to hip hop when you're 38 years old? Is because some cats have progressed so far that it's really now a legitimate art and it's no joke.
Yeah.
And these cats are taken like this. This is a great.
Even old mugs are starting to respect
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, and if you haven't explored some awesome producers like this cat, Madlib, Pete Rock, DJ Premier, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, you really don't know what's going on. And
Keep
and-
talking. I'm pouring some more funny down me.
Oh, you got to do it. And this is a great example of it. Madlib, who's this cat that came out of California in the 90s. He first got his break doing the production for the Alcoholics, but he's a for real musician all the way around. Producer, beat maker, a musician,
Yeah.
a lyricist.
This was some legit shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he can make pancakes. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a whole thing. But this cat got into the original early Blue Note collection, and he got to get completely funky with it. Anything you want to do, and we listened to side A of the first piece of Wax.
Yeah, you know what I think is really cool is they also on the back list all the original artists and like what they're pulled from.
Yeah, so you can educate and you can pass it on, because that's the cool thing about good hip hop music. And there's whack hip hop and there's really good lasting hip hop. Is the really good shit is based on really good music from back in the day.
Hell yeah.
And that's the thing that I know my parents didn't respect. You know, at least my dad. I mean, geez, he broke my Chronic CD. I mean,
course.
who would do that? What kind of lunatic? But it's because it's based on
But
the
a
best of
G-thing,
jazz
baby.
music, the best of rock music, because
Yeah.
they're taking the samples, they're taking the riffs.
It's a good. If that's what it takes to pass it on,
Pass it on.
pass it on.
I mean, it's music. It's music.
Don't
And-
let it die.
And the first track we listened to, the first side, there was cats from Monk Higgins, Slim's Return, Distant Land by Donald Byrd, Mystic Bounce by Ronnie Forrester, and Stormy by J.R. Cobb.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, that's pretty.
That's
pretty
heavy,
dank.
man.
Yeah, and you got Herbie Hancock on this. You have Andrew Hill on
I was
this.
really, really impressed by this album.
This
It
is
is.
awesome, and we're
And-
just getting started with it. You picked this up locally.
Yeah, pick this up locally. Underdog. If you're in the Winston, North Carolina area, doing your thing, getting dirty, waving it up like a helicopter.
Scrape your knuckles.
I mean, but this is good. And what's cool about it too, and I don't mean to be talking all fast like I'm on speed, but but this is just how I'm doing. Is a cool little blue note in the
Yeah.
middle, so it's original. It's for realsies.
Speaking
cool,
speaking in that New York Minute Talk,
New
yeah,
York Minute
in the
Talk?
New York Minute Talk.
Is that a segue, Steve?
It is a segue.
All right.
It could be.
It could be, because after all that talking, it made me a little thirsty. So I tell
I
you
know.
what, while we're here, we're going to slide on in. What a super cool record to bring over to the collection, man.
Yeah, and it's
mean,
yours
for
for
real.
the collection, man.
No, man, that's just I don't even know what to say about that.
I know. I'm a gracious guy. I give.
I don't know.
I'm a giver. I'm a philanthropist.
Yeah.
I mean, I help babies. It's
Tell you
all
what,
about the little duns.
We're gonna play some hip hop when this shit's over. We're gonna play some more of that.
We're gonna get crunk. We're
We
gonna
got that
turn
sealed slum village. We're
this.
gonna play.
Yeah, break it out.
Yeah, we'll do a couple of things.
Do it.
And we'll play that Faith No More for James, man, just because
No, the whole
send some vibes. So we're going right from this on to a little soda speak action. We got a cool soda the girlfriend picked up for us. I'm gonna slide this over here.
Do it.
Oh, we're on the air. All the people are telling me we're knocking it out of the park, Steve. #1 TV show.
Hey, #1.
Everybody told me already.
Tip top.
Number one.
Disney perfect.
You put a balloon on your dingus.
Yeah, but we
They're
are
cheaper than condos.
we're way cooler than Disney with our
Hey.
what we got
Did
going on.
you get a message from somebody about someone's use of Mitchum?
Oh yeah, there was a cool little. Let me just read this, folks. And I don't like to
Mitchum.
I just want to bring this up.
be
Switch
earlier.
them to Mitchum. They're a
I found this
sponsor of the
very
show.
interesting.
They're a sponsor of the show on the back end.
Just to let
They're-
you guys know, I don't
they-
have a graphic about this, but I recently picked up a double pack. They sell it in a you can buy one,
It's
get
already
one,
gone.
basically.
It's already gone. I don't have
And
it.
you get
BOGO?
you get 48 hours of protection with this mug.
48 hours of protection, Steve. Get out of here.
Remember the good old days?
You
It's
get
like-
out of here.
It's like oxygen activated and stuff.
Get
so
out of here,
I don't know
Steve.
what that means, but damn, you're.
I think it
You
means
ain't
good
welcome here
shit.
anymore, Steve.
Well, let's talk about this soda. We
Yeah,
digress.
You can stay here if you want to. You stay if you want to stay. Okay, we got a soda here.
Disconnect.
Frosty.
He's crazy.
Frosty.
The snowman?
Ew. Strawberry watermelon soda. What?
What?
Strawberry watermelon.
Don't they make a root beer? Frosty's known for their root beer.
Oh, I think maybe the same company there,
I don't
Steve.
know if the same.
Frosty
It
is
doesn't look like
well
the,
known for their root beer.
I'm
Frosty
excited
root
about
beer.
it.
Frosty's
Where's it
root beer
from?
was really good.
has no-
I can't read none of this.
I
Pure
can't-
cane sugar. You take the first drag.
Good because I don't have a breakout or a flare up right now, so we're all straight.
Yeah.
Hey, Freddie, how's
Is
the herps?
Zimbalta keeping that down for you?
Pull over. Freddie,
Zimbalta doing the right thing for me.
Zimbalta.
how's the herps?
Efren Zimbalta Jr.
You know,
You know,
I,
folks-
but I don't really have, so I break the pill in
So
half.
let me show the bottle to our fine folk.
No, let him drink, man. Oh, that's really good though. But it's really, it's like
This is strawberry watermelon, right?
it's definitely like a kid soda.
Oh, wow. It's like a pixie stick, folks.
Yeah, that shit is liquid crack.
Woo!
Do it, Steve. You can be on the floor twitching.
Twitch it.
Now,
Jake, come over here. We
Turn
need
down
some
for
floor.
what?
That's
Oh,
like candy right there.
Yeah, it tastes like a Jolly Rancher, maybe.
Yeah,
It's
yes,
the
it
watermelon.
does.
Okay,
It's
all
the
right, we
watermelon-
nailed it. Jolly Rancher.
Watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Next soda. No, that's all we're doing.
Yeah, that's all we're doing.
That's good. That's really good,
We
though.
don't like to sit there and drink sodas all night.
But just like Cookie Monster says about cookies nowadays, it's a sometimes treat.
It's good enough for me.
Why? Because sometimes he does carrots and celery and shit now, right?
Yeah, there's nothing
cool.
wrong with that.
No,
but this
that's
is
cool.
a sometimes
Yeah,
soda.
whatever. Cave into the man.
This is a sometimes
Cookie
soda.
Monster.
It's
a sometimes food.
Well,
Yeah.
this soda's
It's
still
after I do my
sweet.
homework and clean my room food. Come on.
That
I like the
soda's-
good old days when Cookie Monster would kill a motherfucker.
Cookie,
And maybe-
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I remember.
Yeah, no, we'll
when-
bleep it out later.
Thank you. Bleep it out later. When Cookie Monster, I remember back.
Oh,
in,
you're a monster, man. What you gonna do about it?
I remember back in the day, one of my friends was a really good artist, and he drew an entire landscape scene of a Sesame Street joint, and it had Count Dracula on the roof throwing kids off. And it was like 3, 2, 1, you know, like as he counts, like throwing the kids off.
Wow.
And it was like a drug deal with like Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird, and there was like, yeah, it was like mad crazy. And and I wish today I had it like framed on my wall, but whatevs. But like, hey, let's
That's a
get,
big time story.
That is a big time story.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about that.
I don't know either. I
That
don't
seems
know.
like there was a lot more to that, and I feel like we're cutting that short.
I know we are
I'm
cutting it
feeling
short.
bad about it as a man,
I
and
know,
as an
know.
entertainer.
But you know, we'll catch on the B side.
Okay.
We'll deep tease it until
deep-
the ratings period.
Yeah, we just ran out of ratings, so I tell you what. Let's. I done got my ass hungry. So for this edition here,
Hungry, hippo.
You're watching Grown Man Record Night, live internet programming every Friday night from 8:30 until on ustream.tv/channel/Machete Miller.
Grown Man Record Night.
So we're going into a chip chat, folks. I apologize for that station identification. It's the law.
Yeah, FCC.
I don't know what else to tell you about it.
Because, when Cobra Commander took over the FCC in 1996, he passed a lot of crazy laws. Because Cobra Commander is a sadistic SOB.
SOB.
But the one
I
thing
don't want to say the
no,
word.
we're not going to say it. But the one thing
No.
good about
Tell you
Cobra is they have brand recognition.
Oh, yeah.
Because you always know when they attack you because they
Oh.
yell it.
Yeah.
Cobra!
I wanted to, like
I
in
think
Red
that-
Dawn, that you
I
attack
think
people.
That guy,
Wolverine.
the leader of
Right
Cobra
there.
Command was like a gay guy, right?
Okay.
Come on, man.
Come
no,
on.
that was Destro.
Starting it all over.
Oh,
He's a gay guy.
No.
hey, well, how about this open bag special that I think was on the
Open
show?
bag special. We may have done these. The Nathan's, like from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
The
on,
hot dogs are a hell of
wow,
better
these
than
are
this.
cool.
I mean, let me clarify that. I got no problem with that at all.
No, of course, Stevie Fever doesn't have a problem with
But
anything
it
like
was funny
that.
that,
Well,
in such a
I think
Side.
if you're gonna, but what's a cool side note when we talk about GI Joe is where we all work. A little while ago, we used to work with the guy who did the voice for Flint.
That's true.
yeah, he's Flint.
Dude, hold those
You
up.
know, my
Absolute
man Bill
snack.
Ratner. Look him up. He
Yeah,
does a
these-
little.
Did we
joining
do these
in
on the show before?
Yeah.
I think we did them before.
Back in
Is
the
that
day.
the shot? I can't
That's
see
why
that.
these
You're
are.
good, you're good.
That's why these are open bag specials.
This is Nathan's, one of my favorite hot dogs in the whole
Yeah,
world.
but these are.
Nathan.
This is pedantic.
Okay.
No, no,
this
no.
is pedantic.
I think it's pedantic.
Hold the actual snack up. Because check these out, folks.
They're like a
These are
French
like-
fry, a crinkle crunch
They're
French fry.
somewhere between a French fry and like a cheese puff.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Light and fresh and puffy.
Why, you like these, Mike?
I really like those.
I think this is one of those times that we're going to have to agree
You know,
to disagree.
you don't
This
like
is
those?
like
No,
this
I
is
don't
like
like
an
them.
Andy Capp kind of thing, like Andy Capp's hot fries,
Yeah.
but a different flavor, a different size.
I like the handicap snap fries because they're thinner, they crisp better, they have a cleaner break.
Okay.
This is a little of a harder, has a little.
Did you just use a gun term to describe a chip? A clean
Yeah.
break?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd use a gun term.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
I just had my period,
Oh, that's it.
so I'm not pregnant, so everybody can calm down. Hey, calm down.
I can smell the iron.
No babies.
No babies, but
Not on Sunday.
but belly button babies.
Tiny Hats isn't open on Sundays.
They are now.
Hey, let's
Okay, we got a couple more chips.
let's keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Our good friend Ben Daniels now.
Oh, we know that guy.
Bad Benny, right?
Bad Benny.
Bad Benny Productions.
He picked us up a couple of chips today. We're going to feature one
Turn
of
him
them
down
this
for
evening.
what?
We're going to talk about one of them.
Diego's hot and spicy chip. Diego. Sweaty. Red chili potato chips.
Red chili.
Now, what is this about this Diego? Where are they out of, Steve? Now,
Don't
you've had
know.
They could be
I
Muy
happened
Fuego.
to be traveling last Friday.
Colorado.
I found these in a
Continental.
BP,
What kind of
in
places
a
you
box,
traveling?
in an end aisle on the floor.
Okay.
And I think Benny found the same thing in a BP. He said, "You could use it in a BP." I was like, "Yeah, in a BP." I
the
didn't
hell's
bring
there
them
a
back because
BP
we just
around
went in
here?
and killed them. What?
Where's there a BP around here?
They're all over the place.
Oh, BP gas station.
British Petroleum.
Oh,
It
yeah.
used to be Amoco.
You know what though? I don't do BP ever since the.
Whatever.
I really don't, and I never fuck with Exxon since back in the day either.
Okay, brother.
I do BP right up here because
Why?
I don't want to say why.
Sheets is better. Walmart gas is better.
Let's just
Gas
say I
is
know
gas.
the people that run this BP
Cheaper.
from. I know these people since high school, grade school even.
Okay.
Family that's been around
So
here a
this
long
is the
time.
red chili Diego's, right?
Yeah.
Let me show the bag. I'll be
Those
honest
are-
with you. I tried these already. I didn't like these.
I mean, they're not a bad
Um,
chip, but they're just nothing to write home
A
about.
little bit.
Keep going.
No other way. There you go.
There you
Right
go.
there?
Then
Yeah.
a little bit down, and a little bit back. Give a little room. There
Okay.
you go.
Let it
Okay.
breathe.
A little down.
There we go.
A little
Let the
down.
shop
There you
breathe.
go.
Let the
Okay,
shop
we're
breathe.
finally there. God bless America.
It's
We got you on two.
I don't mind
Rico.
those,
It says
Steve.
Rico Suave. Meet Diego's red chili chips. Okay,
Meet
Rico
'em.
Suave. I thought these were kind of like a lot of
Spice.
A lot of burning love.
Because for me,
a lot of dry spice.
yeah, and I tell you why I don't
It's
mind
a dry
these.
spice, like a paprika.
These taste like
Why,
chips
you like
that claim to
paprika
be.
like that?
These taste like chips that claim to be hot sauce chips or hot
They're
chips,
not hot.
but 50% of that hot. So it's like a potato with 50% of the hot of something that says hot chips.
Yeah.
Not
There's
bad.
a spice there. Not bad.
A little spice.
I will tell you though, I think next week you'll like the bag
The
that
other bag we're gonna
Diego's
do next
offers
week,
because there's
uh,
two bags.
from Diego.
We won't talk about the other one until next week.
Kill that water, man. Oh, he's killing it.
Man, be careful with that water. Be careful.
He's drowning himself. Hey, our big bag of the
One
evening.
more chip to talk about.
One more
Wow.
chip.
I was thirsty. These chips get me so thirsty.
These came from the Richmond area, Roanoke area.
No, yeah. I was sliding up to Lexington, Virginia to go Washington Lee University.
Let's go Kroger.
And because I wanted to see the final resting place of one of the presidents of the United States, Robert E. Lee. Yeah, because that's his final resting place, and he was the president of the Confederacy.
Okay, well, okay, thank you for
That was
giving us-
a president of the United States.
no, they were not united. At the
Confederate
No,
States.
but the Confederate States.
president
But,
of the
I mean,
Confederacy.
it was America.
This guy from New York.
You
right
goddamn,
now.
Yeah.
you goddamn redneck.
I know, because the War of Northern Aggression.
What has happened? We've had a reversal.
I know.
Warp reversal of.
I know, of roles.
You can send editorial letters to Grown Man Record Night.
Aren't you from the states
Route
of
12, King
Southern
Sod Road.
aggression?
Yeah.
Northern aggression,
Northern
I'm sorry.
aggression. I'm from. Well, what's funny about that is when I was in college in Virginia, in a college class, the history teacher referred to the Civil War as the War of Northern Aggression. And then I'm like thinking to myself, what the fuck war is that? Because I didn't know about that war, you know, and I like war. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that war. I mean, was that like the Balkan thing? I mean, is
Grenada.
Is that Grenada? Is that Guam? And so,
Gulf of Tonkin.
yeah, so, you know, I raised my hand and I'm like, what war is that? And the dude's like, where are you from? And so, you know, cats like me tell us where we're from. New York! New York, fucker! And he was like, yeah, you guys call it the Civil War and you guys got it all screwed up. So, I mean, I kind of knew where I stood. I was going to get at best a B. So, whatever.
Yeah.
But I went up to Washington Lee because I went to a graduation up there,
Yeah.
checked out Robert E. Lee, did my thing, moonwalked. And on the way back in Roanoke, which is a cool little town that has a dope
Roanoke's
little-
cool.
Yeah,
I
it's a
get
dope
Roanoke
little-
on my antenna.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Has
It's a
a-
little mountain community.
yeah, it has a dope skyline.
It reminds me of Asheville a little bit.
Yeah, it's Asheville Light. It's Asheville Light. And I stopped by a Kroger, man, because my stomach was hurting. I needed to drop a deuce. Let me grab one of these, bro.
Squirt, squirt.
Uh-huh.
Bum, 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 bum,
And so
bum.
I felt guilty because I crushed it for like 30 minutes, but I still made excellent time back to Winston. And so this right here is one of the premium Kroger
This is their private
Store
Store brand.
store brand. And
It's
this,
called
and this chip
private
is
collection. Can I see what the fuck?
I'll tell you what.
I mean, almost broke my.
This
I mean,
is
it's
one of the
good.
craziest flavors I've ever seen from a store brand.
Without a doubt.
Black pepper and lime, folks.
Yeah.
Woo!
Drink this, eat this with a Corona.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I told my mom about these, and she was like, "Oh, well, now wait a minute."
Why? Your mom like stuff like that?
She loves like lime. She loves lime salt, and I was like, "I tell you what." So we're not to kill those. I gotta.
Not to kill those.
I gotta save a little bit for my mom.
I know how you are. I know
Yeah.
how that is.
Yeah. And she was like, "No, that sounds legit to me," and I'm like, "All right, well, I'll take care of you, man."
What you know about science?
That just made a loud noise on
I
me.
know. That's called science,
I don't,
player.
Well, I don't like loud noises.
I know. It's
It's called
crazy.
air pressure.
I know.
Okay. Well, hey, how about that
Still
chip chat?
science.
Look at all that shit we did for chip chat.
Boom, boom, boom.
I
boom.
feel like just I'm gonna rape the world, reap the wind, rape the world, reap the wind. What did I say? What am I saying?
Hey, what's some background beats?
Inherit
I bet,
the
I bet
wind.
we're just riding dead for a minute.
Sorry.
I went to
But hey,
college.
it ain't no thing, man. I mean, because we're about ready to get out of this piece.
Hey, we
I
want
mean,
to
this whole
remind
joint's
everybody we
done.
got us a YouTube VC contest going on right now
Yeah, you do.
at youtube.com/Machete Miller.
Tell him, brother.
There's a contest video down there. Submit your video, your response to that.
And what's it all about on a cliff
What?
note? Give me a cliff note.
Cliff Note version is what keeps your party moving. When you feel your party going, what makes your party go?
Whoa.
And so,
so something with a slip whistle, a slide whistle,
hip hop, funk,
some J. Rue the Damager, some
rock,
James Brown,
whatever you want, man.
some Bon Jovi,
Whatever it
some
is,
Poison, some In Excess,
whatever you want, man.
some Bieber.
Something picks your party up. Go enter our damn contest.
Do it. You got June 13th.
Yeah, man.
Get your shit
June
together.
13th. If you need more time, let us know. We'll extend it, but just you got to let us know about it.
And I would like to thank all the people that like to tune in, both for the live broadcast over the interwebs, which is a cool thing that we can do because we're America and we do cool things like
Hell yeah.
interwebs and Grown Man Record Night.
What?
And other countries can't do this.
What?
And I also like to thank the people that catch us on the flip side, on the YouTubes,
Yeah.
which also is like internets.
This is where truth business comes from.
Yeah, it's like internets
Right up
all the
your-
way around.
Right up your biscuit business, everybody. Hey, everybody. We appreciate you joining us for another great Friday night
Heck
lineup
yeah.
of entertainment.
Check out
Appreciate
some
our-
Mad Lib joint.
Yeah,
Pick
we're
it
gonna-
up.
We're going to bust it. For cameraman and the whole studio
Stevie
audience.
Fever.
Steve Fever and the
You
boss
know?
man.
Jesus,
AKA
baby
Supernova.
Jesus. Supernova, let's not get into it. To be discussed.
I'm Mikey Bananas. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time on Grown Man Record Night.
Hi, Axel. Hi, Axel. I don't know what I'm doing over here.